Blues and Crusaders, folks, from down in Christchurch. We lost.
We did lose.
Just watched the game here with Tony from Distracted Sports.
I don't know why I'm pumping my fist. I feel very dejected right now.
We lost the game, Tony. I don't have a whiteboard.
Yeah, no, I'm basically stand-in for the
You're standing in
whiteboard.
for the whiteboard. Is it an upgrade? Is it a downgrade? Well,
I would say it's a downgrade. I'm definitely not as informationally
not as
handy.
functional.
Yeah.
25-22. James O'Connor, the hero at the death for the Crusaders on the back of a scrum penalty. Pretty good kick. Pretty horrible conditions.
Yeah, but a cracking game.
Cracking game overall.
Fantastic game. Despite us and our immense feelings of depression at this very moment.
Yeah.
There's something about losing to the Crusaders.
It just stings.
It sucks, especially being in it.
Especially seeing as we had a heap of ball, a heap of chances. We were even in the lead with not that long to go.
That's right. Yeah.
But you kind of felt it, that we still never felt at all comfortable.
No, not at all. It all felt like I've seen the movie before.
Yeah.
Every part of it.
You know how this one's going to end.
Yeah, and it's the hope that kills you. You're like, maybe
this is that time.
Maybe this is the one where you just go, well, you're able to go to work on Monday with a little bit more hop in your step because you beat the bastard Crusaders.
You're not supposed to swear on this channel.
Can I say bastard?
You can say it twice. They started pretty well though. Good crowd,
right.
Given that it was piddling down.
Yes.
Like it looks horrendous on the camera.
Yes.
And you know from going to games that if it looks that bad on camera, it's doubly worse when you're at the actual game.
Indeed.
So good on you, Crusaders fans, for getting out there, and a few Blues fans as well. I think you were treated to a good game. Good start from the Crusaders. They got a close range one from big Tamaiti Williams, although he went off injured.
And it was even at that point you were like,
because really, it was like a minute and something into the game.
It's like a different movie, but I've seen that movie before when we just get pumped.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, okay, it was under 2 minutes on the clock when he crosses the line. You think, oh, geez, this could be a long night.
Yeah.
But we don't set the world alight, but we stay in it, don't we?
We got a chance not that long in reply, went down their end, opted for touch from a penalty, lost the line out, 5 metres out. Then we had a try seemingly scored, but they TMO'd it for a Dalton Papali'i knock on. So we had chances.
Yes.
We did finally get one. They got the next one. Josh Berry kind of looked like he fumbled it, but they ended up giving that one.
They didn't have an angle to show that it didn't, but it just looked
a bit funky.
Yeah.
But that was 7 points apiece, so that was kind of game on. Both sides missed some penalties, which you can't blame the kickers too much because the conditions were pretty horrendous.
Shizen.
And I feel like we had a chance to kind of go into the sheds at 7 points apiece, but the Crusaders being the Crusaders...
We gave away repeated penalties at the breakdown, at the line out and on our own line, and some maybe...
There was one that looked a bit dodgy in particular.
There was a couple that looked a bit dodgy. The one that really pissed me off was the one where he said that the guy got his Amua got his leg to the ground, and at no chance did he even look like he was attempting to get his knee to the ground. Anyway,
bunch of penalties conceded. Eventually, the Crusaders punish Jordan. Clock in the red goes over. So 14-7 at halftime.
Yep. And you think,
and Dalton had rolled his ankle, so Dalton looked also a bit injured. There's a few guys, like All Blacks guys, who picked up knocks in this game. But I mean, looking at the numbers, we had 66% territory, 57% possession. But we also conceded almost double the penalty, 7-4. The Crusaders had to make over 100 tackles.
Yeah.
So it felt like if we can keep this up, maybe.
Perhaps. Signa had a massive night in terms of...
He was involved in everything.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Not always good stuff.
But he did some great stuff as well.
He got a bit of a spray from Cody Taylor in the second half and then immediately followed it up by winning a turnover.
Yeah, which was a good moment.
That was nice. But the second half started, Bodie kicked it out on the full. Crusaders got into our 22 and mauled us over. So 19-7 is looking not like a happy camp in Blues land.
No, and you've seen so many times before that we just sort of go to crap and they'll get another couple of tries and then we might get a late one and lose the game 38-14.
But we didn't. We actually went on their end and just threw wave after wave after wave at the Crusaders.
It was a bit punishing to get that second try, but we felt like it took us a long time to actually...
Too long, I think.
But I felt like it almost came and our Bento came to our aid in the end because we took a lot of juice out of them.
Yeah, true.
You know, just pumping them away down their end. And then finally, when we got that try, we were able to, go back to back pretty quickly
Yeah,
after.
Satutu had a hand in both. He scored the first in the second half, finally breaking the Crusaders' defensive
How do you
line.
describe this pass?
And the second one, the pass.
Around the back.
The rain is horrendous. We're struggling. He just gets the ball, flicks it behind like that. You need to watch the highlights.
Oh, it's amazing. You absolutely need to watch that try. One of the most phenomenal passes I have seen in my very long life.
What do you reckon Vern Cotter was saying when he threw that pass?
Well, imagine if it went badly, right? Imagine if it goes to drop ball or an intercept or something like that. We would just be absolutely going,
livid.
What on earth was he thinking? Like, in those conditions. Like, he'd be
stupid.
Dumb. So dumb, but he looks like a flippin' genius.
Unbelievable skills.
Just incredible skills.
AJ Lamb picks up the bounce pass. Look, the distance he got on it, the fact that it was behind his back, the fact that it was in the rain, the fact that it was probably not the smart thing to do, but everything pays off.
Yeah, it was just incredible. And that's one of the things you like about just geniuses in sport, like just those moments where they just do the thing that you're like,
what are you doing?
What on earth?
Misconversion, but 19 points apiece were all tied up. And then our replacement tight head prop, I think his name's Tupaia, wins a penalty at the breakdown, and Bodie Barrett slots the penalty to put us in the lead 22-19.
And we're in cloud nine. We're in Gugu Lakar.
We're back from 19-7 down to 22-19 up with not that long to play, like 10 minutes or so.
Hopefully a chance to go down their end and get some more points.
Because we've had all the momentum.
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't we go down and win in Christchurch? Well, because their scrum wins penalties.
Yeah, and that's ultimately the winning and losing of the game.
The first one just comes from scrum penalty, 8 minutes to play, makes it 22 points apiece. But the second one...
Neil Monster's a young man who comes on.
I feel like we kind of the master of our own demise, though, because Will Jordan puts in a bit of a nothing kick straight down Bodie's throat. But
Bodie, who I think played well
overall, but doesn't opt to boot it, opts to kind of run it. Maybe similar to the Hoskins thing, right? It's the
and that's the way Bodie plays.
If he skins the Crusaders defenders and sets up a line break and it's a Blues try, it's the miracle play. But he just gets smashed, offloads in the tackle, and then the Crusaders are able to force a knock on.
It was at that moment we needed to go downtown,
and that leads to the scrum. The scrum leads to a penalty for the Crusaders because they monster us. And that's the penalty. James O'Connor slots at 25-22.
And our little wee hearts are broken.
But we knew it was coming.
Oh, it's the hope that kills you.
I know.
That was a painful one. It really was.
Yeah.
And I'm doing remarkably well not to swear.
You are.
Anyone
Line breaks remarkably low in this game, but it's the conditions. Only one on each side. Turnovers won. We won 8 to their 3, which was good, but also turnovers conceded, I think, is the killer. 20-11. We coughed up a lot of ball.
Yeah, we needed to do better with the pill, eh?
We had a lot of it.
Yeah.
Satutu was busy on the carry.
Yeah.
Won a couple of turnovers of his own, set up a try, scored a try. Blackadder had a heap of tackles. Newell did all right with the scrum.
But anyway, it's another year with another couple of losses. The only chance we have of any sort of rectifying this problem is getting them in the finals, which I kind of want to do now.
It'd be nice.
Yeah,
We've got a chance. Nice? We've had a few close losses now.
We're definitely not guaranteed for the finals as it stands.
Against big teams. So if we can make the finals, at least we got a losing bonus point.
Yeah, we need as many points as we can get right now.
Crusaders, you think are going to finish top of the log, or well, they're looking a bit vulnerable here, maybe.
I don't know. I think we've got a good team. I think when things come together, I think we look a lot better with Bodie on the field. He's just capable of
magic or
the opposite. Yeah. And that's how he's always kind of been. Anyway, it is what it is. We lost, and we've got to move on with our lives.
Congratulations,
Tomorrow
Crusaders.
is another day. We live to fight another day.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter,
Let's go
everybody.
eat some chocolate and feel happy about ourselves.
Yeah, let's go put on weight. Let's do it.
Take care, folks.
I don't know.